Hey, YouTube, we're doing a Georgian update because that's what I promised in the title.
They called it the Rose Revolution, when Georgians threw off Russian domination, led by a young politician called Mikhail Saakashvili.
The Velvet Revolution, the greatest day in the history of this nation. Not a shot was fired.
Seven days ago.
People overwhelmed. And
that was the guy you were talking about?
Removed the government by peaceful means.
When Moscow sent tanks into Georgia 5 years later, he led the fight back against Russian aggression and became celebrated as a hero in the West. But this was Mikhail Saakashvili last month, looking ashen and gaunt in a court appearance by video link from hospital and barely able to walk. Outside the hospital, his lawyer told us he may not have long to live.
How you doing there, Pickling? Oh, that's cute. Look at Pickling over here.
It's an awful scene. He looks like a prisoner in a concentration camp in a Nazi Germany.
Jailed on abuse of power charges, Saakashvili's supporters say he's been poisoned behind bars. We were denied access to interview him in hospital. He sent handwritten answers to our questions instead. In one, he said he was 4 kilograms from multiple organ failure, according to his doctors, having lost half his weight.
Oh my God.
And he had a message for the people of Georgia in this time of unrest.
Stay very vigilant, be ready to mobilise at short notice. Because of the vengeful mood of the oligarchs' regime.
The warning followed days of mass protests in Georgia
against
proposed new laws viewed by many as pro-Russian. The issue's been seen as a test of Georgia's loyalty. Is it to Russia or the West?
The government has now backed down over that proposed law and the protests have subsided. But the fate of Mikhail Saakashvili is also being watched closely in the West as another key indication of Georgia's direction. The European Parliament says he must be freed and pardoned.
That's cool.
The Georgian government says that might destabilise the country.
The ruling party is standing by that position.
His doctors say he could face multiple organ failure. Does the government really want that and all that's going to mean for the way Georgia's seen in the world and Georgia's chance of joining the EU?
Indeed.
Well, definitely Georgia wants to be seen positively, right? And
but it won't be seen positively if Saakashvili dies in a Georgian hospital.
Well, we do hope that
we all
it is
woke
not
patriot?
happening and it will not happen and his needs are properly addressed.
But Mikhail Saakashvili's mother says time is running out to save him.
I am waiting for a miracle. Maybe it's possible. I don't know.
You say you're waiting for a miracle, but do you think your son could die soon if he doesn't get help?
Of course. It's inevitable. Unfortunately, it's inevitable.
And is that moment coming closer?
It's already close. It's already
What kind of question is that to ask
But
the
I
mother
still
of a
hope.
dying child? Come on, man.
She goes to visit her son twice a day to bring him food. Poland and Ukraine have offered to take him in and treat him. But for now, he remains in Georgia and may soon die here, say his family, unless the government relents and lets him go.
You can ask one. Don't ask a follow-up. Is he suffering? Yeah. Does it hurt a lot? Yeah. I don't know. I'm just being mean. Terrible news, though. That's absolutely terrible. It's pretty in line with how Putin does his business. Gotta say, we have no proof. It's total conjecture. But can't deny that there's some similarities there. But that's all I have for Georgia. We did an update about the protests, and of course, there's been a delay in that bill. Thankfully, because of the protests, but we'll see. Very frightening that the Russian puppets are trying to pass a law that basically just lets them do whatever the hell they want. Well, basically, it lets them classify political parties and organizations as foreign agents and allows them to just banish them from political life, which is like, you know, could you imagine if the Republicans were able to do that, right? Which, ironically, they actually are kind of trying to do similar things, but not that blatant. Please donate to Clowns Without Borders. They need immediate help. What's the number one item that I should donate to Clowns Without Borders? Hey, if you want that answer, you should come on over to Twitch. Check it out in the description. Like and subscribe. Get on these live streams. We have a lot of fun. Yeah. Aren't you wishing you were at Twitch right now where you could get that answer? But you're not going to get it. Bye-bye, YouTube. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, YouTube.